Hi, Pudge.
Hey, Evan, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Nice hair, like always. Wow,
We
beautiful.
look more and more alike every year, baby. Um, Listen, I had an all-star question that's not necessarily related to this game, but uh, on the home run derby, you participated in 2005 and went to the finals that year. And that was the year it was kind of set up as an international competition, right?
Yeah, yeah,
What do you remember about that year, especially since you were playing in Detroit and you did it at what was your home field, right?
yeah. That was Detroit. Obviously, it was my home field, and it was great. I thought I'm not gonna be pretty much into the finals with Bobby Abreu, but that during that time the home run derby format was a little different. I think it was 10 outs. I think they give you to hit as many home runs that you can. It's not like today that I think this 3 minutes and you just one pitch after another one. I think if I do it now, I'll be very, very tired uh, at the end. But it was fun. It was great. One of the best things there. I remember that my son was still a little kid, and he was right there next to me, and bring me some water and a towel to dry it out during the competition. But it was great. The fans was big support. They was very happy for me. Hitting balls out of the ballpark, and I'm telling you, I mean, I never knew that I'm going to hit balls that far in my life. So I was hitting balls pretty much back in the statues on left center, and I'm like, oh my god! I mean, I never hit balls that far, but it was great. It was fun, and but competing in a home run derby is not an easy thing to do. Your swing has to change. You have to swing pretty much from down up to elevate the ball, and the worry part about competing in home run derby is just when you start the second half, because you got to go back to your game swing, and takes a little bit sometimes to get it back.
Hey, and how that was the first year that they ever did the international competition, the
Right.
international format. So representing Puerto Rico in that and with as many guys talking as there were, how what did that add to the element?
It was great. Obviously, wearing the hat with the Puerto Rico flag on the side was good. Competing with Bobby Abreu from Venezuela, I think it was uh, Carlos Lee was from Panama, but it was fun. I think uh, doing that they wanted to do things a little different, and it worked out really good when they decided to do that, and everybody was happy when we competing in the home run derby in Detroit.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right,
Go to Stephen Hawkins.
Hey, Bud, you played in a lot of All-Star games, but what really stands out about the '95 game that you got to play in Texas? I know it was
well,
hot, by the way. So,
well, yeah, that's what I just going to say. It was a little hot. It's going to be way different than this year All-Star game. Then these players are going to be playing in beautiful 70 degrees compared than 100 103, which is the last time. But it was okay. It was nice. I remember then when I got called, when they call my name to when they do the introductions in the line, the fans gave me like a few minutes standing ovation there. It was really good memory there, and basically I did what I do best during the game. So I threw Barry Bonds in first base, picking him behind, and like I always do, and the fan was very happy for me to be able to do that during the All-Star.
like you said, it's going to be a lot different this year. But how much for that year was that a big moment, not only for you, for the Rangers, to show off that ballpark, and it was coming after the strike. So, what all did it mean when you put all that perspective into it?
It was great because you mentioned it. After this drive, when the fans trying to get back into the game, because when that happens, obviously it it took baseball a little while to bring the fans back and just be able to have the All-Star game here and it was a sold out game there. It was great for baseball to see that the fans came back, but you know when you play in this kind of atmosphere, which is to me the Rangers fans are one of the best in baseball. They're really loyal with the team. You know, back when I played, uh, we averaged 25, almost 30 plus fans every day, and so that's the best thing about the fans. That they're really good on supporting the team, and also when you have the All Star game here. Especially in the old ballpark, which is the old ballpark. Don't get me wrong, that ballpark was a beautiful yard to play baseball too, and it's a beautiful to play outdoor, and we have a great All Star game that year.
Let me add one last question for you. Obviously, it had to be you had hotter days there, didn't you, or did that one just stand out because everybody else was so damn hot?
Oh, absolutely. I grew up in Puerto Rico. For me, it was okay. Obviously, not. I don't have a problem to play in weathers like this. I rather to play in this kind of heat than play in 30, 40 degree weather. Obviously, that's what I'm from. That's the word that I'm from. And for me, you know, even though it was hot during the All-Star game that year, but for me, I like to sweat than put a jacket and be cold all the time.
All right, man. Thanks, buddy.
Well,
Go to Bob Nightingale.
Hey, Pudge, with the All-Star game, I mean, there's so much attention, of course, on Shohei Ohtani. But back in 95, it was all about Hideo Nomo. You remember everybody talking about Nomo and the curiosity?
yeah, obviously, I think it was a starter. He started that year, and obviously he was basically a totally dominant pitcher at the time with a good fastball and a really outstanding split finger. But yeah, All-Star game was uh, focused on him. I remember doing the batting practice the day before the home run derby. He was he was on the field and pretty much all the Japanese media was pretty much on the field, just film him and take photos of him, even in the outfield. And when he came down, down the line after batting practice, when we came and do our practice routine, it was amazing the amount of media that was all over him. And obviously, when the game started, all the fans. Pretty much they have a lot of Japanese fans on the stands when he was pitching, and plus he did a great job. I remember he pitched 1 or 2 innings and pitched really quick, throw a lot of strikes, and get the outs that he needs.
The second thing I have with the draft starting on Sunday, what's it like being a major league player, having your son get drafted?
It's great. I mean, obviously that's every parent's dream to see your son being drafted. Obviously, I have the opportunity, 13, 14 years ago, then my son got drafted too. He got drafted out of high school and he's still playing today. But I know there's nothing better than see that. I mean, you see, the development and the growth that your own kid is been having in high school and college and be able to come and being drafted and become a professional baseball, especially for me, I I was there before. I was there before, and I think he's gonna have fun when he's gonna be very happy, and maybe probably want to be crying when they call his son or his name in the draft.
Thank you so much, Pudge.
Okay.
Go to Lawrence Dow, Star Telegram.
Hi, thanks for joining us. You're one of the ambassadors for the All-Star Week. Can you talk about what made you want to be an ambassador this year, and what you're most excited at for this year's All-Star Week?
Well, I'm excited to be the ambassador this year. Obviously, he's here in Texas, and it's great. It's one of the things that I always want to be involved, just to be involved with the community. And believe me, it's a lot of work, but it's fun work for me. I've been here for 2.5 weeks already, and it's still another week to go. But anyway, anywhere I go is great. I'm here right now at the ballpark, and I'm minutes away to go on the field to see some kids. You know, there's some baseball academy going on the field right now, and I'm going to be talking to the kids and to their parents, a little Q&A, and that's what I like to do. I wanted to share my experience to the fans, to all the All-Star participation that I play. And now, as an ambassador, going and visit the different places and talk about about my career and the job that I'm doing now as an ambassador for the next couple of weeks is nice to be an ambassador for the All-Star.
Thank you.
You got anything else, Lawrence?
Oh, no, thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'll go to Abe.
Hello, Ivan. How are you?
Hola. Good.
Ivan, one question for you. What would you say is the biggest contribution of Latino players to Major League Baseball, specifically to the Rangers?
Is that again?
Contribution by Latino players to the Rangers over the years.
Oh, well, it's a lot. Obviously, it's a lot. The majority of the players that we have coming from Latin America, even in the big league, even in our major league level, is a lot. But what we have in minor leagues, the prospect that we have in minor leagues is tremendous, and we have to mention the academy that we have in Dominican Republic too, and so it's growing. Obviously, is growing very, very quick, and I think it's because obviously they love the game of baseball. To be honest with you, and we put a lot of focus in Latin America, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Venezuela, to get these players to play for the organization. And I think we're going to continue working on that. We have a great scouting system especially in Latin America that looks for these great talented players. Talking about Dominican Republic, we have some scouts that go even to Colombia and see the Colombian players and see the players from Venezuela, which is that's what I spend most of the time in Medellin, Colombia, and I've been in Medellin and El Diamante, doing all these tryouts and see all these players from Colombia and Venezuela participating, and the talent is great. What I like what I see, and hopefully, they keep working on that so they can keep growing and bring more Latin players into professional baseball.
Thank you.
Eric?
Thank you, John. Iván, ¿cómo estás? Eric Mora de Telemundo, Dallas. La primera pregunta que te hago es, tú viviste varios Juegos de las Estrellas. ¿Qué significa o qué es lo que más disfrutabas tú en esa semana durante estos Juegos? El ver a los compañeros, el haber sido elegido, el ver a los fanáticos, la fiesta que se generaba alrededor, la fiesta deportiva, a eso me refiero. ¿Qué es lo que disfrutabas más? ¿Qué es lo que más te gustaba cuando ibas a estos Juegos de las Estrellas?
Bueno, obviamente disfrutaba todo. Obviamente, cuando ya obviamente me decían que iba a iniciar como receptor. Obviamente, esa oportunidad, pues obviamente no la tienen muchos jugadores, ¿verdad? Ser iniciador de un juego de estrellas. Obviamente, llegar al juego de estrellas, llegar ahí y estar en el clubhouse con todas esas superestrellas en un mismo locker, en un mismo clubhouse, es impresionante y es muy bonito estar ahí ¿verdad? Por 3 días compartiendo con ellos, sentando con cada uno de ellos y compartiendo. Y no, las actividades que hay, las prácticas, el home derby, el juego, pasa uno con la familia. Yo tuve la oportunidad de tener a mi hijo, que hoy día juega profesional. Él siempre estuvo ahí vestido de uniforme en las prácticas y ¿verdad? Y cuando estábamos viendo en el Rondelby siempre se sentaba al lado mío, inclusive cuando yo participé en Detroit, él era pequeñito y él era el que me traía a mí el agua y la toalla para yo coger un poquito de descanso, o sea que es muy bonito porque también se pasa mucho con familia. Yo sé que hay muchos jugadores que, ¿verdad? Quisieran pues descansar por lo menos 3 días o 4 para venir fresco a la segunda mitad, pero no es muchas veces que te invitan o estás en un juego de estrellas, que eso para mí las 14 veces que jugué, yo las disfruté al máximo, mi familia las disfrutó al máximo y de verdad que no me arrepiento de no haber estado ahí. Sí, me encantaba estar en el juego de estrellas.
Y ahora como embajador, perdón, de este, ya lo mencionaste hace rato, pero ahora en español te pregunto, ¿qué sientes de ser el embajador de los Rangers, de ser el embajador en este gran evento y en esta casa?
Me siento contento, obviamente, porque me da la oportunidad ¿verdad? De compartir con los fanáticos, de estar en diferentes áreas. Obviamente es bastante trabajo, ya creo que llevo ya 2 semanas y media ya aquí. Me falta una semana y media más acá, pero es bonito, es algo que uno se conecta con los fanáticos, uno está más cerca con los fanáticos y uno pues, le habla a los fanáticos de las experiencias, ¿verdad? Que yo tuve en los Juegos de Estrella y hablar un poquito, ¿verdad? De mi carrera, pero eh, hacer eso aquí en Texas, ¿verdad? Esa figura que acabas de mencionar aquí en mi casa, donde los fanáticos me quieren muchísimo, me siento muy contento y ya obviamente se aproxima ya este fin de semana. Viene el juego de los jugadores del futuro, viene el juego de las celebridades, vienen los equipos de estrellas y aquí vamos a estar en el parque, obviamente, pues visitando diferentes sitios y espero pasarla bien y pasar un buen fin de semana y la próxima también.
My last question, if we can, vaya momento que están viviendo los Rangers, ¿no? ¿Te imaginabas después de vivir COVID, de debutar el estadio, abrir el estadio sin gente, después tener una serie mundial donde no estaban los Rangers, después una donde sí estaban los Rangers, ahora el juego de las estrellas, toda esta fiesta? ¿Qué puedes decir de este momento que viven los Rangers?
Bueno, muy bueno para la organización ¿verdad? De los Rangers y obviamente los fanáticos, de tener todo esto, ¿verdad? Pasando aquí en Arlington y yo creo que es muy bueno para la comunidad, ¿verdad? Para todo lo que decimos nosotros, todo el Metroplex, ¿verdad? Que vamos a estar, van a haber muchas actividades en diferentes sitios, van a haber actividades aquí fuera del estadio, que ya obviamente todo fuera del estadio está increíble de tantas cosas que hay ahí afuera, detrás del estadio de Shopko. También allá va a haber el Fan Fest, que eso va a estar increíble. En Dallas van a tener también fútbol, van a tener áreas también que van a tener que ver con el juego de estrellas. Yo creo que es bueno para la ciudad de tener un juego de estrellas aquí y qué mejor que jugar en un parque como este, un parque nuevo, un parque que obviamente cuando el juego empiece va a estar con una temperatura agradable para los jugadores y para los fanáticos.
Thank you so much. Muchas gracias. Thank you, John. Thank you, Poch.
Steven?
Hey, Pudge, July 30th, 2017 was a pretty significant day for the Rangers. You got inducted into the Hall of Fame. Adrian got his 3,000th hit. Now Adrian's going in the Hall of Fame. He's an All-Star ambassador. What's he got to look forward to this next week and a half or two?
Well, I think it's going to be his week. I'm very happy for him. Well, he's gonna be doing a lot of work here as well. So I think that gonna relax him a little bit mentally to just into he gets there. But obviously, it's gonna have fun. He's gonna be obviously a little nervous when he's on that stage there with all the Hall of Famers behind, but he deserved that. I mean, I can wait to see him there, to see him inducted into the Hall of Fame. He's a great man, great friend, and looking forward next week. I'm going to be there in his induction, and looking forward to it.
You helping him with the speech?
No, he's okay. He's going to be all right. I don't think he's well. The one thing he told me that he's not going to be long, but let's see. I hope but he's going to be fine. He's going to be okay.
Just real quick, just talk about the credentials that he's got and what made him a Hall of Fame player.
Well, best third baseman I ever seen in the history of baseball. Obviously, he's an unbelievable player, great hitter, great teammate. Never played with him, but I work for the organization, and I spent a lot of time in the clubhouse. I spent a lot of time on the field when he was a player, and he was really good with his teammates and play on the field. That's how you play to win games, and I think the reason that the Rangers have such a great years when he was playing is because they watch him play. They watch him play third base. They watch him hit and run the bases. So unbelievable numbers, incredible player, and deserve to be in the Hall of Fame for sure.
All right, man. Appreciate you.